Cinemalaya 2019's hottest, Kit Thompson! Ayan, the man of the hour. He has may sala ending this week on Friday on television. Fresh from the success of Momol Nights. And then, naman siya, fresh from he recently signed an exclusive contract with Star Cinema. And now he has another movie showing. Mr. Reese, sit down here. Ayan. Tapos si Kit will have to sit down in the center while waiting for Mylene. Hi Ray, Pumalo is here. Okay. Sige, stand up muna po. Therese, would you like to join for a photo op with Kit and Atty. Joji? Ayan po. Si Mylene po yung nasa left ni Kit. Charot lang. Si Therese, the writer of the movie. And of course, her debut directorial job. We are so proud of her, Atty. Joji Alonso, and everyone was raving about this male actor, Mr. Kit Thompson. Therese, would you like to greet everyone muna, the members of the media? Thank them for coming today.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for coming, and for those who have watched our film, thank you for watching, and thank you for the reviews that we've been using from you.
Thank you. And of course, Atty. Joji!
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. Salamat po sa pagdalo ngayong hapon. Sana po tulungan nyo kami na mag-spread pa rin ng good news about the film kung nagustuhan nyo.
Ang dami na namin nababasa.
Thank you, EJ.
Of course, sabi nga, to quote Alvin Ignacio, 2019 Cinemalaya 2019's breakthrough star, Mr. Kit Thompson.
Hello po.
He's the busiest now.
Maraming salamat po. It's nice to see you all again. Thank you po sa lahat ng sulat ng mga good reviews, and sana po tuloy-tuloy po to. And yeah, thank you.
What's good about Kit? Pag nagtagalog, Tagalog talaga ano. Pag nag-English, English naman talaga. In fairness to him. But before that, we'd like to show you, to those na hindi pa nakakapanood, we want you to watch the full trailer of Belle Douleur.
Bakit daw hindi pa ako nag-aasawa? Di ko na mabilang kung ilang beses na ako natanong niya. Pero alam niya, dinig dun sa boses ng taong nagtatanong yung takot nung lumagpas na ako ng 40.
Hindi nagnak ng pinto kagabi. Buti hindi ka pinasok pag nanakaw.
Mag-condo ka na lang kaya. Ayaw ko na mag-iwan tong bahay.
Ibenta mo lang ang gamit dito, tapos pang-renovate mo.
Sino magbibili ng mga gamit na to? Hi!
Hi, did I wake you?
Hindi ka masyado kang bata yata para maging interesado sa antiques.
Thanks, it's a family thing.
Kulit na si Pagets.
Sinong bagets?
Yung bumili ng antiques.
Do something stupid, reckless, and irresponsible.
Balik ako.
Bye. This weekend.
Wala na yung aso.
Bakit ka na? That's not how this works. Find something special, fall in love with it, and learn to let it go.
Hindi ka na.
Letting go of things? No.
So it's never too late to make a new mistake. Just Lord, at 50, magkakamali ka pa ba? Ate P, ba't ikaw naisip ko?
Alam mo kasi story.
I know! I've seen her on her journey as a woman sa Ate Pilar. Justin, you wanna join me here? Who would like to shoot the first question?
Our first question will come from Cassie of ABS-CBN Lifestyle. Okay. So, while waiting for Miss Mylene.
Foreigner yun.
Ayun, nagtatagalog po siya.
Ano lang, nagpa-highlights lang pala, tsaka mabuti. Namumulan siya. Okay.
Alright, our first question will come from Chrissy Aguilar of Inquirer.com.
Hi, Chrissy! Wow! Hi, Chrissy!
Hello, good afternoon po. Marami po lumalabas na mga May, December na stories. So, ano po yung pinagkaiba po ng Belle Douleur sa iba pong story? Yun po. Thank you.
We'll start first with the writer and then followed by the director. Miss Therese, what makes this different from the other May, December affair movies?
Well, first off, I feel like this tells a real story and a real story of how a relationship with an older woman and a younger man actually works. And it's not just about sex, and it's not just about, it's a real relationship na age doesn't really matter kasi we barely talk about it. It comes up but it's not, hindi siya napapansin. So it's just a relationship. I parang nahihirapan nga akong sabihin na it's older woman, younger man. Kasi I see them as just two people in love. Yun.
So hindi mo siya sinulat na May, December ito. Nagkataon lang na an older woman and a younger man.
Yeah.
Okay. Attorney, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, first of all, it was inspired by a true story. Particularly the ending of the film. Totoong nangyari ito. And then another point would be, while if you analyze it, the dramatic voice of the film is that of a love story, drama, love story. It just so happens that it's between an older woman and a younger man. But if you look at the bigger picture of the film or the narrative that we're trying to present, it's really about freedom. A woman basically is trapped in so many kinds of confines when it comes to society, like pagdating ng ganitong edad, kailangan nag-asawa ka na, dapat may anak ka, lahat ng ganon. So this, or parang yung aspeto din na tabu, kumbaga, pag older yung babae, cougar ka, cradle snatcher, yung ganon. Pero pag lalaki yung older, okay lang. So, yun, I wanted to emphasize those things, that there is such an inequality in the way the Filipino society looks at relationships, at women in general.
Galing naman, tama. Chrissy, anything more?
Thank you, Chrissy. Our next question will come from Alvin Ignacio of Abante.
Oy, ayan, Alvin, hi!
Hi, Atty. Joji and Kit. I was able to view the gala night, and my first question will be, what were your feelings seeing na jam-packed yung CCP and the response to it was an instantaneous applause?
nung bago nagsimula talaga yung pelikula, as in ang lamig-lamig ng kamay ko. Takot na takot ako kung paano siya i-receive ng tao. And after the entire, when we were watching the film, tapos tumatawa sila doon sa mga eksenang nakakatawa. May umiyak kasi may naririnig akong sumisinghot sa likod ko. So, I felt very much relieved. I felt proud of the entire team kasi sa totoo lang, hindi ko na magagawa yun kung hindi dahil sa lahat na nag-cooperate sa pelikulang to. Hindi ko yan ma-achieve.
Kit, your reaction when seeing na ganun karaming audience ang manonood sa inyo?
Well, first reaction ko was surprise. Kasi this is my second Cinemalaya. Yung first ko is #Y. And hindi ganon yung gala light namin.
Okay.
Nung sumilip ako and I saw the sea of people from first to second and third. I was just in awe na makita yon. But at the same time, I got pretty nervous kasi I haven't seen the film. So hindi ko lang alam sana like sa utak ko sana gustuhan, sana maganda. But I already kind of...
May duda ka pa pala.
No, that's what I was about to say. Na I already had this feeling na maganda. Pero sana yung gano'n, yung mag-react.
Galingan mo, Kit, ng sagot ha.
Yung mag-react. Kasi pag manunod ng tao ng pelikula, hindi mag-react. Parang medyo nakakalungkot. Pero seeing and feeling the other people interacting and actually being drawn to the story was a really nice feeling.
Okay. Second question, was it easy or difficult for you to become Josh?
it's always difficult for me to get
To that
into
character.
character, especially pagbago. It's unfamiliar grounds, so it usually takes me a while to get into character. I don't know, because the longer I stay with a character or the longer I've been doing character, I feel it's easier for me to access because I've been doing it over and over. It's kind of like muscle memory. But learning something new, like new scenes that require new emotions or just different circumstances, it's always difficult, but at the same time fun.
Okay. So, Attorney Joji, when did you realize that sinagpang na talaga ni Kit si Josh? That he was really Josh for you? At one point in the shoot or at one point in the movie na alam mo, oh, he's really my Josh?
No, actually, doon pa lang sa audition piece niya.
Okay.
Because as I was sharing in the past, as far as the character of Elizabeth is concerned, wala naman ako talagang inisip na iba. Talagang si Mylene. Kinulit ko talaga siya paulit-ulit. I wouldn't take no for an answer kasi ang feeling ko, hindi matutuloy itong pelikula na to kung hindi siya ang Elizabeth ko.
And perfect choice naman siya.
And really, see, di ba? She was really the perfect choice. And then, pagdating doon sa Josh, doon talaga ako nahirapan kasi una-una, there are some intimate scenes, daring scenes, and not all the young artists locally would agree to something like that.
Yes.
And isa pa sa factor na kinoconsider ko talaga was the height.
Okay.
Meron na kaming naisip na ito pwede, pero maliliit sila. I wanted a tall Josh because on screen, gusto ko magkaroon ng balance somehow. Older yung babae, mas matangkad yung lalaki. Kasi pag maliit yung guy, parang ang dating anak niya.
Okay.
Kasi half ang age literal half
Yes.
ang age. So, even younger, more than half, no? In your case, Josh. Ay, Josh. Kit. So, doon ako nahirapan. And then, kausap ko si Ferdy Lapus. Sinuggest niya si Kit. Sabi ko, malabo yun, nasa Amerika, parang wala atang balak bumalik. Sabi niya, itry mo lang. Sabi ko, sige, I'll reach out to Erickson Raimundo of Cornerstone who manages Kit. Tapos, sabi naman niya, ibabato niya kay Keith yung concept and all that. And sabi ko, paano to, Eric? Merong hubaran to, ha? Sabi niya, hindi, papayag yan. So, amboy
Kailan ka ng manager mo?
amboy daw kasi, so medyo mas matapang. And then, sabi ko, kung pwede lang sana, he reads a certain part of the script and then sends it back to us para lang makita ko lang. Nung una ko nakita, medyo kinabahan ako. Sabi ko, this will be a lot of work because ang tindi ng slang niya that time.
Okay.
So, pagdating, sabi ko, we talked on the phone, di ba? Nag-usap kami. In-explain ko sa kanya requirements ko. Sabi ko, I need somebody who can stand up to a Mylene Dizon. And this is gonna be a challenge. So, if you're up to the challenge, let's do this. And then when he arrived, I asked the help of Rolly Inocencio to help him again because nga of his slang and the way he would talk, very American. So, kailangan namin balansehin, alisin yun. And then, apart from that, siguro, yun, go into the character of Josh. Kasi medyo iba siya, hindi pa niya nagawa before. So, yun. Yung proseso na yun, it was a very long process. But when I saw that audition piece, sabi ko, ang ng mukha niya, ang ganda nilang tingnan. Basta may mararamdaman kang ganon, that they would look good together. So, I just knew he was it.
Kit, my final question. In your young man's life, were you ever attracted to an older woman?
Yeah, I think I've always been attracted to women that are older.
Correct.
And why so?
I don't know, it's just this maturity, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alvin. Before the next set of questions, we'd like to call in the lady, the acclaimed, the award-winning, who played Elizabeth, Miss Mylene Dizon. Marcelika! Everyone was raving about you here. Andito na pala, ayan na pala, ayan. Doon ako nakatingin sa pinto, andito na kalahati na pala. Mars! You're the busiest, nakakaloka.
Yes, the late Mylene Dizon.
Carry lang yan, tsaka fix pads. Greet everyone na! Sorry.
Hi. Good afternoon. No? Tama. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, the traffic was really, really bad. It's pouring in Makati. Yeah ba?
Ang dami mga tanong na, no? So, later on, ikaw naman sasagot sa mga tanong. Okay. Justine.
Our next question will come from Noni Nicasio of Hataw.
Hi, good afternoon. Kit, paano mo di-describe yung love scene yun ni Miss Mylene Dizon dito?
What else is yun naman sa mga love scenes kay
Ano
Kit?
pa ba?
Pero different yata ito.
Intimate. Well, iba-iba eh. Kasi may simula, may gitna, at may end. So iba-iba yung timpla ng mga love scene namin. Yung una, makikita mo na nothing, parang mahalata mo na hindi pa tong dalawa na wala pa nangyari sa kanilang dalawa, nagkakapaan pa sila. But at the same time, it's still steamy. Kasi nakikita mo yung longing or yung the lust or that magnetic feeling between
Grabe
the two
siya sa
characters.
last.
So, iba-iba. Ayaw naman masyado i-give off yung kung ano ba talaga yung mga resemblance ng mga love scene. Kasi
Kung makatanong naman si Noon, parang expert na expert. Kaya ano ba naman nagawa mo? Mga mall nights pa lang naman, di ba? Kumpara doon, how would you compare, Kit? Yung love scenes mo doon dito sa Belle Douleur? Sa mga mall nights.
Kasi
As a Maya,
sa
as a May,
Momo.
sino may sala?
iba ang treatment sa Momo.
Funny yun, ano?
Oo.
eh.
Comedic. It's kind of like comedy and sex joined together. Ito mas loving, mas sensual, mas intimate ang love scenes.
So, sino ang may sala?
It's pretty, mas feeling ko doon mas lusty, mas sexy. So, iba rin.
At least, di ba?
Kit, isang follow-up lang, Kit. Masarap pa si Miss Mylene. Masarap ang katrabaho.
Masarap siya katrabaho, oo. Sana maulit.
Okay, thank you.
Kaloka yung
Uulitin mo ba?
Pasagutin natin si Mylene kasi parang nahirapan pala silang humanap ng the guy who will portray Josh. Kasi ang hirap to tapatan yung yung caliber mo as an actress.
Mahirap tapatan yung edad ko.
Yung mahirap daw, talaga ang daming nilang tinurn down till they got Kit. So, working with Kit now, what nangyari? I mean, kamusta na?
Yun nga, I'm just glad that it was him nga. Because not only did he meet the physical requirement, syempre kailangan yung physical requirement. He was cooperative enough to play around with the role. I don't think naman kasi it's such a great experience for young actors to be having love scenes with the Matronas, di ba? Parang naman, lasang lupa na yan.
Double.
Amoy lupa na ako. And I don't think so. I mean, it's quite challenging. It's not an easy role for anybody to take on. But he accepted it. So, I'm just glad that he did.
Ang dami makaka-relate kay Elizabeth, right? No?
I suppose, yeah. Yeah. Now, yes. Lalo pa that the voice of the woman is very much louder now, and then the strength of the woman is they are, I think, in a way gutsy. They want to explore. It's not just because it's an adventure, but because they want to explore also their sexuality and sensuality as a woman of the day.
Okay. Nice. Okay, Justine.
Our next question will come from Cassie of ABS-CBN Lifestyle.
Hey.
Hello po. Good morning. So, Miss Mylene, may tanong po ako para sa inyo. What's your view on May-December affairs before filming? And then, how did it change, or if it didn't change, after shooting the film? And then, meron ko ba may experience na something na ganon?
Okay, for that, your second question, no. Hindi pa ako nagkaroon ng May-December affair as the father of my children is 5 years younger than me. I'm not quite sure if that's May-December
It's
just
not.
yet. Maybe May 1 at saka May 31 lang.
29 day
Hindi pa umabot ng December, hindi nga umabot ng August eh. Pero my view on that before the film, I still think that this is very much taboo in our society. We are still very much controlled. I'm not sure, maybe protective of our older women, not protective. But no, I think we are still much, that's still not a very open topic. That's why siguro a lot of people are watching these films, and now suddenly there's a gush for people who want to express and want to make films like this, is because hey, we've been locked in for so long and this happens. It's not an impossibility, or nor is it wrong. But it happens because it's love. It's not just sex or lust or just going to a bar and trying to hook up with somebody younger than you. It happens. So that's why now there's a very, very resounding voice out there for these types of stories.
So it didn't really change after the film. Your view, Miss.
No, not 100%, not even. It maybe changed a little bit, wherein people are more curious and want to talk about it, yes, and more open to discussing it with their family, with their friends, or whoever, but not a complete change in society.
And then another one po. What makes a young man attractive? And then from the
older
young
woman, you mean?
For you
For
po.
me personally,
Yes.
as a person.
Yes. And then for the young actors out there today, if you had the chance or had to choose to date one, kahit single or taken, sino?
So that's for Kit.
Ay, hindi po. Kay Miss Mylene po.
What makes a young man attractive for me would be his sense of humor. If I were to be with,
Naku, wala si Kit nun. Charing! Just kidding.
ikaw naman, if I were to be in a group of young men, I would probably, attractive men, whatever men, athletic men, and all sorts. Probably I would be inclined towards somebody who's funny. Right? Siguro dahil sa edad kong ito, siguro for me sa dami kong iniisip, may mga problema, sa dami ng responsibilities, what you're really looking for is a place wherein you can just laugh and not care about anything. I think that would be it. Where you're not conscious of anything else and you just wanna give it a good laugh. If I were to date a young man now,
Besides Kit, syempre.
bawal siya. Sorry, I never really thought about that. No.
No one comes to mind at all?
No, especially because most of these young kids now were either my pamangkin or my anak in some form or another, soap or a movie. It would be too weird. Sorry.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. Justin, bago yung next set of questions, gusto ko lang tanungin si direct attorney, at saka si Therese. Nung binuo niyo po yung story, malinaw sa inyo yung salitang taboo. Medyo, anuhin natin kasi it leaves an impression na alam niyo naman, di ba, growing up, kapag sinabing taboo, talagang it's against the norm, di ba? Malinaw sa'yo yun, nung sinusulat mo to.
Malinaw naman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, hindi ko naman naisip na ganun. I mean, hindi siya accepted na Wonder Woman yung romance. Kasi iba, tingin natin siguro sa man at sa guy sa relationship. But I don't know, I have a different view of it. I didn't think it was so taboo that time when I was writing it. And I just see it as a relationship.
Okay.
Especially yung sa characters na binigay ni Miss Joji sa akin. Our inspiration. Parang alam ko lang, I'm just writing a love story. And I never looked at it as a taboo.
Okay. Beautiful. Kasi linawin na lang natin, it's a love story, malinaw yun. Attorney, kasi twice na banggit yung salita.
Unang-una, nung pinili ko tong material na to, it was because I fell in love with the characters. Sobrang full of love yung kanilang relationship na nako-compare ko kasi sa trabaho ko as a lawyer. I handled a lot of annulment cases, mga demandahan ng mga mana, mga kamag-anak, and puro away. Tapos eto naman yung isang kwento na punong-puno ng pagmamahal. So, siguro naghanap ako ng iba. Kaya ko siya nagustuhan ng gusto. Now, in the process of creating the script, hindi naman ako pwedeng tumigil doon sa kwento lang na nagmahalan sila. Tapos, ngayon, ang dami na nagawang ganon. So, with the help of Ricky Lee, we found other layers to intertwine into the story, which is why we focus now on the so-called limitations or yung pagka-shackle ng babae dun sa dictates ng society. Doon kami umikot ngayon. And one of those nga is essentially the fact that when an older woman falls for a younger man, nagtataasan ng kilay ng tao. So, magandang simula.
Actually.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you, Justine.
Our next question will come from Miss Aster Amoyo of People's Journal.
After kita answer si Ray. Okay.
Thank you, Justine. Una muna siguro kay Attorney. Attorney, how do you manage your time? Dito ako, Attorney. How do you manage your time? Kasi you're a practicing lawyer, you're a producer. This time, pinasok mo rin ang pag-direct.
Let me put it this way. Pag gustong-gusto mong gawin ng isang bagay, hahanap at hahanap ka ng paraan. So yun yung ginawa ko. In the beginning, we shot this film in 11 days. Or actually 10, pero since may boat ride kami, Roro ride going to Marinduque, naging 11 somehow. Pero 10 shooting days lang talaga kami. First week ko, I only shot 1 day. Kasi I have work to do the rest of the days at hindi ko pwedeng pabayaan yung mga kliyente ko kasi yun yung hanap buhay ko talaga. So, ginanon ko, first week, 1 day lang, second week, 1 day lang, nung third week, dahan-dahan, 2 days, ganon. So, in between, I'm working. Tapos, yung mga ocular namin, mga pre-prod namin, gabi, o di kaya weekend. So, hindi talaga naapektuhan yung work. In fact, when I was doing this film, we had a very good year in the law office. And there were occasions na may mag-i-email. Pag nag-break kami sa set, nagsiset up yung mga tao, sinasagot ko yung mga email ng clients, magre-return ako ng calls nila. Pero natawa lang yung isang kliyente kasi tinext ko na, sandali, nagtitake lang ako. Tapos sabi niya, anong pinagkagagawa mo, attorney? But yun, I was able to do my job. So wala naman silang may reklamo.
Follow-up lang direct. Kasi hindi nyo ba kinonsider ang ibang director to direct this movie? And second question is, why choose a French title for your debut movie?
I didn't consider another director for this film because this was the film that this was the story na gusto ko siyang i-direct bilang first full feature film ko. So sa akin talaga, magiging swapang na ako in that context. But I've helped many young filmmakers with their first films and I just thought it was about time to give myself a break and a chance. So akin talaga siya. As far as the title is concerned, because it was inspired by the story of a French woman, so somehow it's my homage back to her. That's why the title is in French.
Thank you, Direk. Siguro, kay Kit siguro. Kit, there was a time na medyo naglaylo ka sa showbiz. What happened during those time? At bakit nang bigla kang bumalik, ito naman, tuloy-tuloy yung trabaho mo?
Nag-aaral po ako sa New York and also sa LA. So, nawala po ako total mga 3 years or 3.5 years. And, excuse me. And the reason why I'm actually here right now is because of this movie. I don't think I would have came back here if Attorney hadn't offered this movie to me. I just like the script so much, and I feel like it was a good break, 3 years, and it was time to work again. Yeah. Thank you.
What did you take up? Anong,
Acting for film sa New York Film Academy.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kit.
Thank you.
Siguro lastly kay Mylene. Mylene kasi kanina sinabi niya ni Direk na kailangan magsimulan na tayo kay Direk sa kay attorney. Sinabi ni Attorney Joji na ikaw talagang first choice to play the role of Elizabeth.
Only choice.
Only choice. Ayan. The only choice. So, anong pakiramdam sa dinami-dami ng artista na pwedeng i-consider ni attorney, ikaw pa rin ang kanyang pinili?
Of course, it's flattering. Syempre. Always flattering when you get offered a film. Whether you're the first, second, third choice, basta nandun ka sa listahan ng choices, it's always flattering. All the more when they tell you that you're the only choice at wala kang kawala. To be honest, in the beginning, I wasn't sure because of the love scenes. I wasn't sure if I was up to it. But I spoke to my partner Jason, and he kind of encouraged me to accept the project. Still, when we were shooting the film, I wasn't sure because I wasn't sure of how it's going to be. Just talking about big time love scenes that I've never done before in this type caliber. Caliber? Tama ba yun? Caliber eh. Oo. So there, it was scary. The whole trip, the whole journey of this, from the time that it was offered to me, up to where we're shooting it, up to last Saturday's gala, was scary. It was nerve-wracking. Sakit-sakit ng batok the whole time.
So, itong pinaka mahirap mong ginawa.
Oo eh.
Wow.
Ito na yun.
Wow.
Parang pagkatapos nito, uwi na ako. Ayoko na.
Pero husay mo din sa septic tank. Grabe
Iba
ka
naman
to.
yun. Yun, masaya lang yun.
Oo.
Ito. Intense to hanggang said to hanggang buto.
Oh, August 14 po ha, sa cinemas na. Tita Aster, you're good na?
Okay,
Thanks, Tita Aster.
Our next question will come from Ray Pumaloy of Abante.
Yes, Ray Pumaloy.
Yes, Mylene.
Mukhang may...
Kasi talagang nag-wonder nga ako talaga, Mylene, kung bakit ka gumawa ng love scene. Kasi ever since, di ba, since yung movie mo kay Jom, di ba sabi mo, ayaw mo na at that time. So, maliban kay Jason, paano ka napapayag? Ay, siguro gusto mo na lang umarte talaga ganon. Kahit, di ba, kahit kontrabida, okay lang sa'yo, basta ayaw mo lang ng love scene ng hubaran.
Oo, ang hirap kasi talaga eh. Even when I did kasi 100, ano ba naman yun? Kami na one scene of me and TJ, that wasn't even anything close to what I did for this one. This is what also one of the things I told Jason after I saw the film. I said it was, she has a dream and somebody needs to fulfill it, and she's not going to take no for an answer. And I said, if I'm going to do one thing na lang, one big thing, let this be it before I turn into a farmer of some sort. Yes, I wanted to contribute in her realizing her dream. And
So after nito wala na, hindi ka na, kasi syempre magkakaroon ng glamour. Pwede naman pala.
Hindi ko na yata kakayanin para wala na akong maibibigay. Naibigay ko lahat dito.
Nabanggit mo yung tungkol sa farming, no? So ibig sabihin, maglilelo ka na sa showbiz or magre-retire ka na ba?
I did before shooting this film. I wasn't working for 10 months. I was almost on my way out.
For how long? Yeah.
That was 10 months that I didn't work. My last was The Good Son. That was last year, March. So, actually hindi. Nag-start pala tayo mag-shoot. Pero hindi. I was really, okay, pwede na muna. Kasi I did soaps, dire-diretso ng ganyan. Tapos parang it was just so emotionally draining for me to be hindi ko naman dinadaya kasi yung trabaho eh. So napagod ako.
So tutuloy mo na to na sa semi-retire.
Ay, hindi pwede. Sorry.
Retire ka. O gagawa ka na lang ba ng pelikula, hindi ka nagagawa ng teleserye, ano ka?
I'm going to, basta I think I'm going to slow down again. I have to focus on my family.
Getting married.
Ha?
Walang ganun
Ulit?
ba? Ulit?
Hindi, wala. No. Not that. It's just the family, the kids, my partner, the family. It's not easy because they're growing up and I'm missing out.
Hindi lang patayan siguro ang trabaho.
Oo nga, no?
Oo, medyo tumodo ulit ako eh.
So nakakatuwa kasi sa Instagram mo yung mga hina-harvest mong mga kakaibang mga...
At nag-i-enjoy talaga ako doon. At talagang parang seryoso na rin naman si Jason na ituloy namin to. Which is something that I would very much like to do.
For the record, gaano katagal na kayo?
6 years.
Medyo matagal na din.
Pwede na rin.
Pwede na.
Check na. Check.
Personal namin siya.
Attorney, bilang kilala ka namin isang kapitapitaga, natutuwa naman talaga.
Oo naman, Diyos ko.
Yung kanyang image talaga parang prim and proper, paano mo nagawa na magkaroon ng matinding love scene sa utak mo?
Ay, gusto kang sabihin.
Yung ganon, parang paano mo na-visualize na ito ang gusto mong...
Kasi tingin na namin sa'yo ganyan, attorney, tumutulong lang mga legal services.
Oo. May
Paano
nakatago pa lang
na-convince
kalandian
daw
or
si Mylene ng ganun kaya?
gumawa ng wine.
Major.
May 4 ang anak ko ha. Please note.
Hindi yun immaculate conception.
Oo na.
Yung tanong na rin, nasa mind ko rin yung attorney. Lately, nag-uusap na tayo, di ba? Kung nagawa ni attorney yun.
Oo nga, paano mo siya
na-visualize
o paano mo siya na-execute, paano mo sila pinagalaw sa shooting?
Ang masabi kay Mary na kulang pa. O sobra.
Tinake 1 naman lahat ng pag-alala.
Yung isang take 2 kasi nakita yung dapat hindi makita.
Kanino? Kay Mylene?
Kit.
Kay Kit? Na-edit ba yun? Okay, sige.
Tinake ko na.
Alamin natin yung mamaya.
Nasaan ba yung Ron yan?
Okay, sige.
Ano ko ba sasagutin yung tanong na yan? Well, unang-una, since yun nga, May, December, ang relationship, there's so much passion, hindi naman pwedeng walang sex. So, ginamit ko yung sex scenes para may progression ng sex scenes ko dito eh. The first nga is there's lust, no? It's their first time. And then, yung second ko, which is one long take of 5 minutes, haba, is the passage of time. So, yun ang pinakamahirap namin ginawa. As in, we prepared for that like 2 days ahead of time and then yung rehearsals ilang oras and then kasi mahirap pa ulit-ulitin. And then the last one is actually my representation of Elizabeth's freedom. So, walang damit. Yun.
So, 3 love scene ito. Tapos wala silang
Hindi love
pareha.
scene yung iba, puro kissing lang.
Kissing
Love
lang.
scene na ba yung kissing ngayon? Kaya nagtaka ako, ang dami daw love scenes. Sabi ko, ha?
Hindi pa na napapanood yung pelikula. Ako hindi ko pa napapanood yung pelikula. So nakita ko lang sa trailer. So one love scene lang yun na talagang matinding walang suot. Not even plaster.
Ay, hindi. Pinag-plaster ko si Kit kasi ayoko naman siyang makitaan.
Pero may nakita, di ba?
Meron, binura ko.
Ay, wala na.
Damot.
Nandito!
Alam mo,
Hindi, ano kasi, si Kit malayo pa mararating ng batang to. So, ayoko naman na, I don't wanna cheat him of that. I mean,
at hindi rin namin papayag sa Dreamscape naman na, di ba?
Paano lumabas ko naka-plaster? Nagkaroon ba ng excitement on his part?
No. Actually, more of another part of the organ. Na medyo
Yung baga lumabas yung baga.
Ay, yung bagay. So yung ganon.
Uy, mahiya naman kayo sa title, French, tapos gano'n na mga tanong mo.
Uy, yung mga friends, movie, di ba mas grabe pa? Meron pa mga pene or something.
Ay, papunta.
Hindi totoo talaga. Hindi, paano to? Tinuloy-tuloy mo lang yung take. Kahit
Just pakikuha na yung mic kay Rehan. Go ahead, Direk.
Yes, tinuloy lang. Pero I knew that I would have to darken certain parts.
Pero si Mylene, wala siya talagang plaster all throughout.
Hindi ka naman interesado.
Pero grabe ha. Nakakabilib ka, Mylene.
Correct. Actress yan. Thank you, attorney. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. Okay, the last 3 questions siguro or mga 5 pa. Interesting ang discussion natin, nakakatuwa.
Our next question will come from Alan Sancon of Stars Photo.
Patang-aga mo nito, Alan. Deadline. Deadline mo, vlogger ka. Ulit-ulit.
I just want to ask, sabi nga, direct kung sakali bang hindi umuo si Mylene, may mga second choice ba kayo or parang itutuloy niya pa ba yung film? Parang gano'n. Halimbawa po, hindi niya po tinanggap kasi nga, sabi niya hindi siya gumagawa ng mga love scenes and kissing.
Hindi ko siya tatantanan.
Talaga. Wala akong choice eh. Noon na lang ako,
Wala talaga. Honest to goodness, I never thought of anyone else. Kasi sinusulat pa lang namin ni Therese yung material. Kino-conceptualize pa lang. Si Mylene na talaga yung naisip ko.
Actually, I remember I suggested a few pa eh.
Yeah, she did. She said, si Agot, si ganito, si ganyan.
Mga katita niya, ganyan.
Hindi May ikaw yung gusto ko eh.
Direct why Mylene of all the actresses? Ano yung meron sa kanya?
Mura lang daw siya.
Uy, hindi rin
Hindi totoo.
Correct. Kaya nga may farm.
Kasi magaling si Mylene, artista. She can draw so many emotions. Alam mo yung eksena doon sa, it's a very simple scene. Pero yung scene na sinabi ni Marlon, yung do something stupid, reckless, and irresponsible. Tapos si Mylene nakaganon. As, yung parang ano siya, stone face, nakatanga. Para ang dali-daling gawin nun, pero ang hirap nun. You know, the way she presented herself, yung pagsakay pa lang niya sa kotse, yung kilig sa mata niya. My God, saan ko hahanapin yun? So talagang siya. And then apart from that, of course, gusto ko yung lead actress ko is beautiful.
Naman.
And sexy.
Naman.
So those combined, I could not go wrong with a Mylene Dizon.
Tanong ko lang kay Kit saka kay Mylene.
Ano lang, pasagutin lang. Kasi ganito, di ba, inamin ng ni Mylene na kailangan niya ipagpaalam kay Jason yung I wanna contribute sa kanyang first film. How, di ba, any reaction to that na ngayon mo lang nalaman na she had to talk to her partner?
And in-expect ko naman yung nakakausapin ni Mylene yung partner niya. But the fact alone that she said yes to me, napakalaking how do you say, it's a very big blessing for me. Kasi I knew that I could not go wrong with this film with her as my Elizabeth. And sobra akong grateful kasi tinulungan niya ako na matupad yung gusto kong gawin. Salamat, May, ha? Ulit. Ulit-ulit.
Kay Kit saka kay Mylene, we're just curious kung anong eksena nyo before you do the mga intimate scenes? Meron bang ilangan and how do you prepare for that? Especially siguro Kit, nasabi nga ni Mylene, ito yung first time na gagawin niya to. How do you protect her dun sa eksena na yun? Na parang syempre parang hindi ma-take advantage, parang gano'n.
May ganun ba? Exercise na
Okay. For me, kasi of course, I had to break my own shell first. In every time we would shoot an intimate scene, not even the intimate scenes in any scenes, I had to break my own shell of protecting myself. So, physically, my technique was, let's say, nakakandong ako sa kanya, nagbibigay pa lang si direct na instructions, nakadikit yung nook sa noon niya, para hindi ako nakaganon. agad kailangan komportable na yung pasok ko na yung katawan ko sa mga crevices niya. Wow, crevices. Basta yung iko-komportable ko na kagad sarili ko, para tapos na, you know? And then once you've broken that shell, I mean for me at least, you know, it's easier to get into the emotions of because I have already broken that barrier. Rather than sa 5, 4, 3, 2 ko palang gagawin. That was my technique. I don't know about it.
Ay, ang galing nga. Tapos pag ni-roll ni Direk,
Ito na ako, game na ako.
ganda mo na. Kit.
I mean, syempre, babae pa rin si Mylene, you know, so, hindi, you just have, respeto. I feel like with any love scene that I do, kailangan mo talaga respetuhin yung partner mo and know your boundaries and mapag-usapan nyo kung ano yung, how far are you guys willing to take it. Kasi collaboration siya and besides the collaboration, may mga technical stuff rin. Kung saan nakapwesto yung camera, paano dapat yung how ko dito, would this look awkward in this specific position, you know? So, just those little things and also like after pag-cut, yung sinisigurado ko na nakatakip siya or maayos, hindi yung papabayaan ko lang na okay, cut, okay, bye.
Nakita mo yung Direk, yung how they protected each other.
Sobra. Ang ganda ng rapport nila. Sobrang ganda ng rapport. Kaya, alam mo talaga, well, for those who have seen the film, kitang-kita, ramdam na ramdam mo yung chemistry, electricity, physics, lahat.
Physics.
Last na lang, Kit. Parang from Momolan,
Momal Nights. Ay, wag ka sa Momolan ko.
Momal Nights. Tapos ito, kumaga nalilinya ka sa mga ganitong klaseng mga film at mga eksena.
Ano ibig mo sabihin?
Will you consider also, may young girl na si Kim, tapos si Mylene, will you consider also doing a film na parang men naman, parang same-sex scene, parang gano'n?
Well, honestly, depende talaga sa material. So, I mean, I'm open to do it. But it really depends. It really depends. I have to like the material.
Mga international series and movies. Walang camps naman. These are straight actors, di ba? Doing, same-sex, whatever.
Thank you, congratulations.
Walang tawa, Ray. Hindi na aliw. Okay, last three.
Last three. Our next set of questions will come from Pau, starstudio.ph.
Hi, Pao! It's you!
Hi, good afternoon. My question is for Kit. For the sake of art, would you be willing to
For the sake of art?
frontal nudity?
Sige,
Actually, Pao, doon sa eksena ng Lavian Rose na sasayaw sila, sabi ko kasi kay Kit, sige maglagay ka na ng cover, patulong ka kay ganito ganon. And then sabi niya, direct okay lang ako kahit wala. Okay?
Grabe siya!
Pero, ang sagot ko sa kanya, wag. Wag mong gawin yan. I-save mo yan for some bigger film 10 years from now. I don't know how many years from now, but don't do that with this film. Kasi it's for his own professional career development. Growth. So willing siya kung sa willing.
Yeah, like I said, with any material, it's depende talaga.
So given yung Mowal Nights, tas itong Belle Douleur, is it safe to assume na mas open ka na ngayon to doing sexy roles?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I never really had a problem with it. And kasi the timeline when I shot this was about a year ago, and the timeline when I shot Momol was about a month or two ago. So parang nagkasabay lang sila nag-release, so mukhang ito lang yung ginagawa ko. Hindi, pero marami pa akong ibang ginagawa na mga ibang project na doesn't require me to be sexy or,
One personal question lang last
Ang person.
Mga personal yun.
Hey, Sir Kit, how's the state of your heart right now?
Content naman.
Are you dating?
Secret.
How about you? Miss Mylene?
6 years na si Mylene siya sa Jason.
Yeah. Thank you. Yun lang po.
More questions.
Last two
Si Glenn
sets
hindi
of
pa
questions.
nagtatanong. Si Glenn, si Archie, si Alex Brosas. These are the magagaling magtanong to eh. Very interesting yung mga tanong nito. Who's taking the first?
Alex Brosas of Manila.
Ayan, si Alex.
Kay Kit, you seem to be very comfortable in doing intimate scenes. You seem to be very brave and you don't shirk away from the challenge. Where is your audacity coming from?
Can you define that for us, please?
Let's spell it out. Charos!
Sa hirap naman ng dulo. Baka French word yun. Charot.
Spell na
Just
lang.
kidding. Kit,
Where'd you get that?
Well,
Nakrebisis nga daw.
hindi. Kasi I set goals. I have a vision of where I want to be in 10 years, in 5 years from now, what I want to accomplish within a year. So I guess that's where I get it from.
So you have a career trajectory? Are you saying that? Again?
Meron syempre, no?
I just have a path that I want to take.
So you come prepared in this
Well, I have to be
business.
prepared. Or else, wala.
What will you back out from doing? You think?
Well, I don't know. Wala pa naman akong na-encounter na pinesenta sa akin na hindi ko na sigurado ako na ito hindi ko ito tatanggapin.
Wala pa naman.
Wala pa naman.
Okay, thank you. Miss Joji?
Yes, sir.
This is your first film, right?
Yes.
What is more important, substance or form in making a first film?
I suppose it should be both kasi may form ka kung wala namang substance yung material mo, it will fail. And even if you have substance and your form is not there, then hindi rin siya, considering that it's a visual medium, hindi rin siya mag-work.
So ibig sabihin, pantay sila dito. Not one is heavier.
The substance and the form?
I would like to think yes, there has to be a balance. Now, whether it's 50-50, 80-20, it depends on your material.
It's like writing din, di ba? You have substance, you have to have form, di ba?
This film, parang you were defending yung mga babae na parang cougar, parang matanda na, tapos having an affair with younger men. Is my notion true?
Is it my story?
No. I'm not saying that. Parang you were defending parang yung women. Parang it's your aid. It's your parang you were espousing na dapat hindi ganyan ang tingin sa mga babaeng may edad na.
Actually, hindi lang naman sa mga babaeng may edad na, sa women in general. Kasi kahit sa ang anggulo mo tingnan, dehado pa rin ang babae sa bansa natin.
Sabi ni attorney yan.
Okay. In what way?
By law.
Maraming baga.
If you have handled as many cases as I have, you'll see na sobrang kawawa ang babae in so many aspects. So, at my end, if there is any way that I can lift somehow or try to support the empowerment of women, I would always take that opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Miss Mylene? It's your first time to work with Kit, right?
Yes.
Ano yung weakness niya at ano yung strength niya as an actor?
Nice. Nice.
I probably would start off with the strength. The strength is that he is willing to learn. He is not matigas ang ulo. Tama ba? Nagmamatigas yung ulo or nagmamarunong. He knows that he is still learning a lot as a student of film. He knows of acting. He knows that his journey will be far. Weakness would probably, for Filipino films, would still be his English twang. That would be yung pagkaslang lang niya, which is it's not easy to erase, but lumalabas lang naman pag pagod, pag marami.
Totoo, ganun.
Ganun naman yun eh. But other than that, okay naman.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Gusto ko tanongin si wala na sa mga tanong. Sige na, mamaya. Masyado akong overflowing with thoughts.
Si Lance Lim of Push.
Lance Lim.
Hi guys. Gusto ko lang makuha yung perspective ng bawat isa. Like, for direct, yung dinidirect niyo, ano yung nasa isip niyo while directing, yung maging main takeaway ng audience after nila mapanood to, for the actors, habang ginagawa niyo eksena, anong gusto niyo maging takeaway ng audience, and for the writer, habang sinusulat niyo, ano yung gusto niyo maging takeaway ng mga tao.
Sige, let's start with Therese. When you were writing this, the takeaway. Sige, ganunan sila. Kasi sila naman yung nagsulat. Tsaka nag-direct. Attorney, ikaw na muna. Takeaway.
Take it away.
Take it away. Ay, luma? 1977?
Alam mo.
7 years old ako, black and white TV namin. Go ahead.
Unang-una, I would like to say that there was a lot of pressure in directing this film kasi walang room para magkamali. So talagang iningatan ko lahat ng aspeto ng pelikula, and that came by way of lots of work sa pre-production. Kaya yung shoot naging smooth kasi ready talaga kami. Now, in so far as delivering a message to the audience, I wanted the audience to feel the love. That was so important to me. I wanted the audience to feel the excitement, the adventure of two characters who are, in different worlds when they started, and then they become one. And then at the end, I wanted the audience to feel the pain. So yun yung aking takeaway. Yung lahat ng whole gamut of emotions gusto ko maramdaman ng audience pag pinanood nilang pelikula.
Lance? Lim? Charot lang. Lance Lim.
Sorry.
So, while writing the story, I wanted women to think that it's okay to be independent, and being alone doesn't make you a sad person. I want women to think that it's okay. You can be happy if you don't have a partner, if you don't have children. Kasi you can surround yourself with loving people and still be, a strong woman, and you don't need to attach yourself to anyone para maging masaya.
Very Atty Pilar talaga. Okay ka na, Lance?
Sa actors po, like
Sige.
internally habang ginagawa nyo, ano yung gusto nyo makuha ng audience after nila mapanood? Like sa personal perspective.
Ako, not to limit themselves with whatever age, ano man ang estado nila sa buhay, not to be limited by those things. To fall in love, to give yourself a chance to fall in love, even at a very late time in your life.
Nice. Ate P, nakikinig ka?
Sa kanya nga ako nakatingin.
Kit,
I guess I want the takeaway to be not to let society define who you truly are. So yeah.
Sorry, last na po kay Direk. Direk, sinabi niyo nga po kanina na parang kaya niyo kinuha tong project na to is kasi gusto niyo nga talagang, gusto niyo yung material mismo. Pero growing up po ba, kasi na-curious nga ako, lawyer kayo, pero case ba siya ng profession versus passion na parang gusto niyo talaga dati pa, yung younger days niyo na maging filmmaker, then ngayon lang siya parang late, parang sa later part na
Kung kailan tumanda. Sige. Third grade pa lang ako, I knew that I wanted to direct a film one day. Sobra akong umiiyak ako sa sinehan. There were very few people inside the theater that day when I watched the film of Lino Brocas, Maynila sa mga kuko ng liwanag. And yung portion na binubugbog si Bembol Rocco sa isang gilid ng kalye, na wala ka naman nakikita pero naririnig mo. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, I cannot find any other medium as powerful as film. So alam ko, at on that day pa lang, this is what I want to do sometime in the future. But destiny was not there. My mother died, my father said I had to get a scholarship. I became a scholar in UP. Kailangan ko munang kumayod at maghanap ng occupation na that will put food on the table because my father believed that there is no money in filmmaking. And I guess to a huge extent, it's very true. He was right. So I'm fortunate that I became a lawyer, and because of that, whatever I earn, I can put into my passion. And but then I realized when Jeffrey Jaturian and Bing Lau became really good friends of mine, and when I saw what they were doing, sabi ko, shucks, hindi ko kaya yung ginagawa nila. Yung tipong uuwi ng 6 a.m., yung tipong, direct, mauubusan na tayo ng ilaw. Ay, bukas ng umaga, paglabas ng araw, kukunan natin. Hindi ko kaya yung ganong klaseng shoot, napuyatan, walang tulog. And the responsibility, I guess, was more scary. Kasi ikaw yung mananagot. I mean, pwede sabihin ng artista, hindi kasi maganda ang pagka-ganito, ganyan. So, at the end of the day, you'll take the success with you or the failure. So, nakakatakot sobra yun. And then, moving forward, there was one occasion, sometime in 2016, when I attended the Cannes Film Festival with a short film that I produced when we were competing in the Critics Week. Yung co-producer ko na Singaporean, nagkukwentuhan kami, say ko, I have a material for a short film, gusto ko siyang gawin, kaya lang natatakot ako. And then they were telling me, it's about time, do it. So, when I came home, a few months later, August, we shot that film, and then, we participated in a festival at sinuwerte naman kung saan-saan siya nakarating. Nakarating ako ng Africa, nakarating ako hindi naman pala ako pumunta ng North Korea, natakot ako. So, after that, sabi ko, hindi, nakapag-direct na ako ng short film. I'm good with that. I don't need to do a full feature. And then I saw this video, this story of this woman, and sabi ko, hindi ko alam I just wept. I mean, I didn't cry. I wept when I listened to her story and how she said it. And sabi ko, ang ganda-ganda ng kwento niya. Gusto kong gawin. But of course, I had to infuse other factors like my personal story, my personal experience with so many people. Lahat yan naka-intertwine na into the story itself. So yun yung journey ko. Ang tagal-tagal. Kung kailan ako nag-56, tsaka pa ako nag-first time.
56 ka na direct?
Grabe. May apo na ako, EJ, ano ba? So yun, hindi ko alam kung tama o mali, but it feels so right na ginawa ko siya.
Thank you so much po. Congratulations.
Thank you. Grabe sa direct, grade 3, Maynila sa kuko ng liwanag. Ako grade 3, yung Super G, may malaking palakay, higante. Si Kuya ay higante.
Pinky Montilla.
Ay, naku! Sa sipahan, hindi na pagbukas niya may kamukha siya. Charot. Darna and Giant. We are down to our last.
Darna and Pizza.
Wait na, asan kami ni Archie? Sige Archie, better be good.
Ang tanong ko kay Mylene, may nagpapatanong lang dito.
Sino? Tago natin sa pangalan.
Ay, sarap. Ay, hindi daw.
Ano reaction mo pag tinatawag ka ni Kit na mami?
Ako ba yung Mylene?
Ano?
Not so very Isabel.
Akala ko naman to, mabigat. Doon sa pelikula.
I think I will ask that question.
Napanood mo,
Hindi naman
Archie?
siya personal na takes. So, wala. Wala, kasi line niya yun eh. Wala naman. Okay lang yun. Kahit tawagin pa niya ako mama. Mama.
Mag-on.
Mamshi.
Mami.
Okay din naman.
Okay.
Mami.
Okay na, Archie?
Ang question ko kay Direk, may na-intriga lang doon sa title mo, na Beautiful Pain, ito daw ba ay sa point of view ng isang masokista?
Ano?
Masokista.
Masokista. Siguro nga, kasi masokista akong tao.
Hello.
Ano ba?
Hindi kasi na-absorb mo yung pain ng mga...
Let me put it this way. There's nothing, there's no person in this world who cannot feel pain. And there is also no person na hindi rin makaramdam ng something beautiful. So, may mga bagay that hurt but is beautiful. And that's exactly what happens to Elizabeth in the end.
Maybe because of the experience.
Hindi rin eh. It's really more of nakita ko siyang bagay siya sa material. In fact, may nagsabi sa akin, wag French kasi hindi mo mabebenta yan. Ang hirap i-pronounce. Kahit ako, hindi ko kaya siyang i-pronounce ang tama. Kaya lang, ang ganda lang kasi nung the French language kasi is for me, it equates to so much love and passion. Kaya siguro,
Kaya siguro may French kiss na tinatawag. Charot.
Kung nga daw, bakit wala daw French kiss dito? May French kiss pa yung dalawa. Bakit din ginawa?
Sana hindi natin binigay yung mic kay Archie. Kasi last na talaga yung kanina eh. Charot. Okay, for the last question. Awards. This is for competition sa Cinemalaya. Your script. Ano sa tingin mo ang laban ng script mo, Denise?
grabe yung tanong mo.
Hayaan mo na. Kasi hindi na tanong eh. We are in competition eh. Compete tayo with several in competition.
Mananalo.
Best picture.
Kung what do you want, direct, more money or more awards?
Sige. Awards or box office?
Judging from the gala night, hanggang hours may tao eh. Sabi ko, my God. So hindi naka-istorbo yung French title. Kasi you will correct that, nakakatakot yung French title. Who the hell understands French in the Philippines? But ang daming tao, nakakagulat.
Ayan ang
So the money is there na.
Sana, para bumalik yung puhunan, makagawa ulit. Ayoko umasa ng awards. Unang-una, this is a personal story, and when you talk about Cinemalaya, ang daming nagwawagayway at nananalo na pelikula when it is about a social commentary, or when it talks about it hits the government, the corruption in the government and the like, what's wrong with the system. Wala akong ganun eh. So, in that context, hindi ako umaasa. But I know that we made a beautiful film, and that to me is what matters. And I am very grateful. Sabi ko nga doon sa gala